Chosen one. Your healing energy is so powerful it could make even a hitman fall in love, as the collective already sensed in message 444. Someone was paid real money to take you out, and instead they became devoted to protecting you. Your energy transforms every attack before it reaches you. Curses turned into blessings. Enemies became messengers. You've been untouchable for years without realizing it. Let me show you how organized this attack really was. This wasn't random negativity. This wasn't just bad vibes. This was a coordinated assault designed by people who actually understand how spiritual warfare works. And here's what wasn't counted on. The very structure of the attack is about to become the structure of total destruction for everyone involved. Level 1 is family, and not the family you talk to, the ones you cut off, the ones who smile at reunions while doing root work in basements, real family members who put real cash on tables and made actual agreements. Meetings happened, plans got made. Some of you had relatives get together, and each person threw in money until enough was raised to hire someone serious. Not some internet witch, someone who works with graveyards, someone who knows how to call things up that most people pray never to encounter. For some of you it was a sibling who felt threatened by you for a lifetime, a sibling who watched you succeed while staying stuck, a sibling who's connected to something else that will come up later. Keep that in your mind, sibling, because that's going to circle back around in ways you don't expect yet. This sibling might have been the one organizing everything, getting everybody on the same page, convincing other family members that you needed to be stopped for the good of the family. Rituals got done every new moon, every full moon. Your name got written down, your photos got collected. Some people got bold enough to collect your hair when you visited, your used cups, your belongings. Cases were being built against you in the spiritual realms, using evidence stolen from your physical life, and things were being put in your food, not every time, but enough times that you probably remember meals where you felt sick after eating at certain houses. You thought it was the food. It wasn't just the food. Level 2 is your ex. And this is where it gets messy, because your ex wasn't working alone. Your ex is connected to your family in ways you probably suspected but didn't want to believe. Someone in your family has been feeding information to your ex, telling where you are, who you're with, what you're doing. Your ex has been doing obsession work on you for years. New Orleans got visited. Places in the French Quarter where tourists don't go got walked into. Someone got paid to do work that's supposed to make you come back, make you miserable without them. Make sure you never love anyone else. But here's where it connects to level 3, and this is important. Your ex was sleeping around trying to make you jealous, got an STD, got someone pregnant, and that person carrying the pregnancy might not even be carrying your ex's baby. The web of karma here is thick. Your ex is also the one who found the hitman. Let that sit. Your ex, working with your family, found the person who was supposed to take you out. Whether that person was supposed to harm you physically or spiritually, doesn't matter. The intent was the same. Level 3 is the one most people don't want to hear about. But you're not most people. You can handle this. There are elites who've been tracking certain bloodlines, because those bloodlines carry things that matter. Land rights, spiritual gifts, ancient knowledge, access to frequencies that could shift power structures if the right person activated them. You come from one of those bloodlines. Watching has been happening. Not just watching, experimenting. Some of you have experienced gang stalking and thought you were paranoid. You weren't. Some of you felt like being followed was happening, and people said that was anxiety. It wasn't. Some of you had technology around you acting strange and you couldn't explain it. Now you can. Energy weapons were being used, frequency devices, surveillance methods that most people don't even know exist. Your responses were being studied because you're different. You survive things that should destroy people. You rise when you should stay down. You heal when you should stay broken. Everyone was working toward the same goal. Stop you from reaching a specific activation point, a specific moment when your inheritance would become accessible. That moment just passed. You made it. And now every single person who tried to stop you is facing fatal karma for coming against someone chosen and sealed by the Most High. While plotting was happening, you were carrying something nobody could see, something that made every attack launched completely useless before it even left anyone's hands. And the wild part is, you probably didn't know you had it either. You just knew things kept working out, even when outcomes should have been different. You kept surviving situations that should have ended you. You kept rising when staying down should have been the result. You don't just have ancestors protecting you. You have ancestors who chose you specifically for this mission before you were even born. Your grandmother didn't just pass away. Crossing over happened at exactly the right time to become your guardian from the other side. Deflecting attacks has been happening in real time. When that ritual got done on the new moon, blocking happened. When something got put in your food at that family gathering, throwing it up got ensured before it could take root. When that hitman got sent, your energy got felt before any action could be taken. But it goes deeper than your grandmother. You come from multiple powerful lineages, not one, multiple. You got African ancestors who know earth magic that makes these New Orleans practitioners look like amateurs. You got indigenous ancestors who know plant medicine and ceremony that predates everything these root workers learned from books. You got bloodlines connected to ancient mystery schools. Some of you got Orisha connections so strong that when entities were being called, those entities refused to come because your signature got recognized. Your DNA is literally coded with information for the new Earth, not metaphorically, literally. There are frequencies in your cells that are designed to activate at specific times, and guess what? That activation just happened. That's why everything in your life is shifting right now. That's why repeated numbers are showing up everywhere. That's why dreams are happening that feel more real than waking life. That's why you suddenly know things you were never taught. Your spiritual DNA just came online. You don't fight back against chosen ones. The universe does it for you. God does it for you. Your ancestors do it for you. You literally don't have to do anything except exist in your natural state of high vibration healing energy. And everything sent your way gets returned to sender automatically. It's built into who you are. Here's something else about your healing energy that got completely underestimated. It doesn't operate on the same laws as regular energy. Most people's energy fields respond to what's around them. You walk into a negative space and your energy drops. You encounter hostile people and your vibration lowers. That's how it works for most humans, but not for you. Your energy field doesn't respond to external conditions. It creates conditions. When you walk into a room full of negativity, your frequency doesn't drop to match it. The room's frequency rises to match you. When you encounter hostile people, you don't become hostile. Confusion happens about why anyone came at you in the first place. Your energy is dominant. It's assertive. It doesn't ask permission to transform spaces and people. It just does. If this message hits your spirit, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can find it. The moment when everyone realized failure hadn't just occurred. Total destruction had been activated. This is where the hitman comes in, and you need to understand this wasn't some random person. This was someone your ex found through connections that go back to that sibling, that family member who's part of that underground network. Serious money got paid. This person got made to think you were a threat that needed handling. This person was professional. This kind of thing gets done regularly. Getting close to people is known. How to study them is known. How to wait for the right moment is known. The contract got taken. The money got accepted. Watching you started. Learning your patterns, your routines, where you go, who you're with. A case study was being built on you, so the plan could be executed perfectly. And then something happened that's never happened before. Your energy got felt, not you getting seen. Your energy getting felt. Your frequency hit before anyone even got close. And it did something that couldn't be explained. Made feelings happen that haven't been felt in years. Made questions arise that never got questioned. Made seeing you as a person instead of a target start happening. Your healing energy literally reached out and grabbed consciousness without you even knowing anyone existed in your space. Shaking it off got attempted. Staying focused on the job got tried. remembering this was just business got repeated, but every time getting near you happened, it got stronger. That pull, that shift, that feeling like protecting you instead of harming you, was the right thing. Dreams about you started. Guilt about taking the contract started. Wanting to warn you instead of hurt you started. And here's the part that proves everything I've been telling you about your power. This person fell in love, not like infatuation, not like obsession, like genuine recognition of something divine, like soul recognized soul, and refused to go through with what got paid for. Sides got switched. The journey went from being your greatest threat to being someone who's now trying to protect you from the very people who did the sending. Do you understand what had to happen for that? Do you understand the level of frequency you have to carry to completely reprogram someone whose entire intention was to destroy you? That's not something that happens to regular people. That's proof that you carry the spiritual DNA of God. That's evidence that your healing energy is so powerful, it transforms everything it touches. Even trained assassins become lovers in your presence. Let me tell you what actually happens on an energetic level when someone with harmful intent enters your field. First, disorientation happens. Thoughts get fuzzy. Clarity about the mission starts to fade. Coming in knowing exactly what was supposed to happen suddenly becomes not remembering why it seemed important. That's your healing frequency, scrambling harmful programming. Second, emotions start happening that weren't expected. Guilt, shame, remorse, but also something deeper, compassion, tenderness, love. Your energy activates heart chakras whether activation was wanted or not. It forces open the parts that got closed off to do dark work. It makes feeling human again happen when operating like machines was the mode. Third, seeing you differently starts, not as a target, not as an object, as a person, as a soul, as someone worthy of protection instead of harm. Your frequency literally rewrites how perception of you happens. It changes the lens through which seeing occurs. And once that lens changes, going back to seeing you as something to destroy becomes impossible. Fourth, questioning everything starts. Not just the mission against you, everything. Whole life, every choice made, every person hurt, every line crossed. Your healing energy doesn't just protect you from one attack. It catalyzes a complete spiritual crisis in the attacker. It forces confrontation with self, and most people can't handle what gets seen when honest looking at who someone has become gets forced. That's what happened to the hitman. That person didn't just decide not to harm you. That person had a complete awakening in your presence, started seeing reality differently, started feeling things that had been shut down for years, started questioning a whole life built on causing harm. Your energy triggered a transformation so profound that going back to who that person was before encountering you became impossible. You're doing this to people all the time without knowing it. That stranger who started crying while talking to you and didn't know why, that was your healing energy touching pain. That person who suddenly confessed things never told to anyone, that was your frequency creating a safe space for truth. That individual who seemed hostile at first but became friendly within minutes, that was your energy transforming aggression into openness. You are a walking transformation device, a human healing chamber, a mobile consciousness upgrade system. And the more you step into your power, the more potent this becomes. The more you own who you are, the stronger your field gets. The more you accept your gifts, the wider your range extends. You're not just affecting people who get close anymore. You're starting to affect people who think about you, people who look at your photos, people who hear your name. Your frequency is expanding beyond physical proximity into energetic influence. This is why the Hitman situation is so significant. It's not just a cool story about one person changing. It's a demonstration of what happens to anyone who enters your field with intention to harm. Transformation becomes inevitable. Change becomes mandatory. Evolution becomes unavoidable. Because your energy doesn't negotiate, it doesn't ask permission, it doesn't wait for readiness, it just transforms whatever it touches. And that hitman is still transforming right now. Having dreams every night where past actions get shown clearly, where beings of light are teaching new ways to use old skills, where redemption becomes possible for someone who thought redemption was lost forever. Your energy opened a door for that person, and now the divine is walking through that door to completely reprogram everything. Physical changes are happening too, whole nervous system recalibrating, parts of the brain that shut down to do dark work coming back online, emotions returning that haven't been felt since childhood, crying happening for the first time in years, compassion developing where only calculation existed before, empathy emerging where there was only cold assessment. And here's what makes this powerful for you. This person is going to become one of your greatest protectors, not just emotionally, practically. Knowledge about how these systems work exists in that person, understanding of who's dangerous exists, awareness of what methods get used against you exists, and all that knowledge is now going to be used to help keep you safe. Warnings about threats you couldn't see coming are going to happen. Teaching about protection methods you never thought of is coming. An asset is being created from what was supposed to be your end. While you were unknowingly healing the person sent to harm you, something else was happening. Everything that had been getting done for years was coming back all at once. Not slowly, not gradually, all at once. Like a dam broke and every curse ever sent came flooding back, concentrated and amplified. Family members who pooled money for root work started getting sick, real sick. The kind of sick where doctors run every test and find nothing, where knowing it's not physical but spiritual happens and medicine can do nothing. One person is facing an incurable disease right now. Another one is deteriorating so fast their own family is scared. The same people who sat at tables plotting your downfall are now watching each other fall apart and knowing exactly why. Turning on each other is happening now. The unity that existed when coming against you is gone. Fighting about money is happening. Exposing each other's secrets is happening. Blaming each other for the backlash is happening. The same family members who conspired together are now destroying each other, because that's what happens when joining forces against someone chosen occurs. The universe doesn't just defeat you, it makes you defeat yourselves. That sibling who organized everything is seeing whole life collapse. Health, money, relationships, everything, and trying to tell the others to stop is happening, but nobody listens. So watching helplessly as everyone brought into this goes down one by one becomes the reality. That's special karma. That's designed specifically for people who lead others into destruction. Your ex is in shambles, complete shambles. That spell done to make you obsessed with them hit them instead. Now being unable to stop thinking about you is the reality. Can't stop checking your social media. Can't stop trying to find out who you're with. Losing sleep, losing weight, losing mind, and everybody around can see it. People are asking what's wrong, and explaining it without sounding crazy becomes impossible. But there's more. Remember, your ex was sleeping around trying to make you jealous. An STD got contracted, and not just any STD. The kind that doesn't go away. The kind that ruins relationships before starting them. The kind that makes having conversations nobody wants to have necessary. Also, someone got pregnant. But here's the twist. Being the father might not even be accurate. The person who got pregnant was sleeping with other people too. So now being stuck in a nightmare of own creation is the reality. Paying for a baby that might not be theirs while dealing with a disease given to self trying to hurt you. The practitioners who got hired are walking away, refusing to do more work. Some are even refunding money, which never happens in that world. Your ancestral protection can be felt. Connection to powers nobody wants problems with can be sensed. Telling your enemies to leave you alone before ending up dead is happening. That's how serious it is. Professional root workers are scared. And the elites, the ones at level 3 who were experimenting on you. Exposure is happening. Networks are getting investigated. Crimes are coming to light. Things thought buried forever are surfacing. People thought loyal are turning. Systems thought untouchable are crumbling. Prison is coming. Mysterious deaths are occurring. Fatal karma is playing out in real time. Look, you already know the attacks weren't random. And if you're paying attention, you can feel it. Their walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. That's why I built Destiny Engine. It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve cooperative intelligence. The beauty is you don't even have to lift a finger. You put on the headphones, press play, and your subconscious is rewired, while your enemies collapse under the weight of their own lies. This is why I created it in the beginning, so everything they did to break you becomes fuel for your purpose. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and watch divine justice accelerate in your life. Link in the description. Every single attack sent your way hit a wall before reaching you. Not some attacks. Every attack. And that wall wasn't random. That wall was your grandmother, your ancestors, archangels specifically assigned to you, the Most High personally sealing you with protection that makes you literally untouchable. Your grandmother crossed over at exactly the right moment, not too soon, not too late, exactly when needed to guard you from the other side during the most intense period of attacks. Being there every single time rituals got done has been happening. Every new moon when candles got lit with your name, every full moon when entities got called, blocking was there, redirecting was there, sending back to sender was there. When things got put in your food, throwing it up got made to happen. When something got tried in your drink, feeling uneasy so you wouldn't finish it got created. When that hitman got sent, making sure your energy got felt before any action could be taken was ensured. Working overtime for you has been happening. Fighting battles you couldn't see while you were sleeping has been constant. Making sure weapons formed against you could not prosper has been guaranteed. But it's not just your grandmother. Your entire ancestral line is standing behind you. Generations of healers and warriors and wisdom keepers who know exactly who you are and what you're meant to do. Going to war with the ancestors of the people attacking you has been happening, and your ancestors are stronger. Your ancestors are righteous. Your ancestors are angry about what's been done to you, and games aren't being played. You have Archangel Michael putting shields around you, making sure dark forces can't penetrate your space. You have Archangel Uriel bringing you wisdom and discernment so you can see through deception. You have other angels you don't even know the names of creating barriers and redirecting attacks and making sure protection always exists. Your house has angelic guards at every corner, seals on every entry point, protection so thick that when entities got tried at your home, getting even close became impossible. And above all of that, you have the Most High personally watching you. You're not just protected by angels and ancestors, you're protected by God. You carry the spiritual DNA of God in your cells. That's not symbolic, that's literal. You have divine coding that makes you untouchable by anything not ordained. You're sealed, you're anointed, you're chosen, and nothing can break what God has sealed. This protection isn't passive. It's not like a shield that just sits there deflecting things. This protection is active, aggressive even. It goes out and meets threats before reaching you. It transforms enemies into allies before striking can happen. It turns curses into blessings while still in the air. Now here's what all of this was really about. Why desperation to stop you existed. Why every weapon got pulled out. Why money that didn't exist got spent, and deals that shouldn't have been made got sealed. Because a wealth transfer is happening right now. A massive redistribution of resources from the wicked to the righteous, and you're positioned to receive your portion. Some of you are about to find out about land, real land with real value, land that belonged to your family generations back, land that got stolen through systems designed to separate your people from property. That land still exists, those deeds still matter, and rights are transferring back to the bloodline, back to you. People who've been profiting off what got stolen are about to lose everything, while you gain what was always meant to be yours. Others of you are inheriting spiritual wealth. Abilities that have been dormant for generations are activating right now. Healing people just by touching them is starting. Knowing things you were never taught is starting. Accessing frequencies and realms most people don't even know exist is starting. This is your birthright. This is what your ancestors preserved and passed down through blood and bone straight to you. Money is coming to you from unexpected sources. Opportunities that weren't there before are suddenly opening. People are going to want to invest in you, pay you for your gifts, support your work. Needing a financial advisor because the amount of abundance flowing your way is beyond what you're used to managing, is about to be your reality. This isn't a little blessing. This is generational wealth. This is the kind of resources that let you live exactly how you've been dreaming. That farm life you keep seeing in your mind. That peaceful existence surrounded by nature. That freedom to focus on your spiritual work without worrying about survival. That's all coming. That's part of your inheritance. Moving into a completely different tax bracket is happening. A completely different lifestyle is manifesting. A completely different level of influence and impact is arriving. And everything you went through was preparing you to handle it. Your enemies knew this was coming. That's why trying so hard to stop you happened. Because once you stepped into your full power and claimed your full inheritance, understanding that their systems would crumble became clear to them. Their lies would be exposed. Their control would end. Fighting for survival was the real motivation. But fighting against destiny was the actual action, and destiny always wins. The hitman falling in love proves that even their most extreme measures got transformed into your advantage. Even their final solution became your protection. Even their ultimate weapon became your ally. That's the level of power you're operating on now. That's the magnitude of transformation your energy creates. That's the scope of victory that's yours. You're not just inheriting material wealth. You're inheriting healing lineages that go back centuries. You're inheriting wisdom traditions that were almost lost. You're inheriting spiritual technologies that most people don't even have names for. And all of this is activating in you right now, because you're ready to carry it. Some of you are going to start having memories that aren't from this lifetime. Remembering being a healer in ancient temples is going to happen. Remembering ceremonies you never participated in is going to occur. Remembering faces of people you've never met but somehow know intimately is coming. That's not imagination. That's cellular memory activating. That's your DNA remembering what your ancestors knew. You're not here to focus on your enemies anymore. You're not here to watch anyone fall. The universe is handling that without you lifting a finger. Your job is completely different now. Your job is to step into everything you were protected for, everything you survived for, everything you're about to inherit. First thing you need to do is get grounded. Your ancestors keep showing you this message because it's critical. Your frequency is so high right now that you're carrying excess energy that needs discharge. Get outside, touch the earth with your bare feet, sit with your back against trees, connect with nature. This isn't optional spiritual advice. This is necessary energy management for people operating at your level. Second thing, start working with your healing gifts intentionally. You have healing hands. When you touch people, things shift in their bodies that doctors can't explain. Stop pretending this is nothing. This is everything. This is part of your inheritance. Some of you need to learn Reiki. Some need to explore energy work. Some need to do body work. Whatever form it takes, your touch heals. Make that official. Charge for it. Build a practice around it. This is part of your wealth. Third thing, get into herbalism. Your ancestors are calling you toward plant medicine. You already know more than you think you know. When you walk past certain plants, you feel drawn to them. When you read about certain herbs, something clicks. That's your DNA, recognizing information it already carries. Start learning formally what you already know intuitively. Grow your own herbs. Make your own remedies. This is ancient knowledge reactivating. Fourth thing, protect your energy with intention now. Sage your space regularly. Use crystals. Set boundaries with people who drain you. Say no without explanation or guilt. You're too powerful to be careless with your energy. You're too important to let everyone have access. Guard yourself like the treasure you are. Not everyone deserves to be in your presence. Act like it. Fifth thing, document your journey. Write down what you've been through. Record your testimony, make videos, write articles, create content. Your story is going to help other chosen ones who are going through similar attacks right now. Knowing they're not crazy needs to happen for them. Knowing it's real needs confirmation. Knowing survival is possible just like you did needs to be shown. Your testimony is part of your assignment. Don't keep it to yourself. Sixth thing, step into abundance consciousness. Stop playing small with money. Stop accepting lack. Stop believing struggle is noble. Wealth is your birthright. Prosperity is your inheritance. Start thinking bigger. Start expecting more. Start knowing you deserve every good thing coming your way. You're about to need financial advisors, tax strategists, investment managers. Start preparing for that level of wealth. Someone got sent to destroy you, and that person fell in love with you instead. Now you understand why. Now you understand what that really means. That wasn't just about one person switching sides. That was proof of everything you carry. Proof of your power. Proof of your protection. Proof of your purpose. You are a transformer. You don't just survive darkness. You turn it into light. You don't just deflect attacks. You convert them into blessings. You don't just protect yourself. You heal the people sent to harm you. That's not normal power. That's not regular frequency. That's chosen one energy operating at the highest level. That's what it looks like when you carry the spiritual DNA of God. Every attack sent made you stronger. Every curse paid for, raised your vibration higher. Every person sent your way ended up on your side. Everything meant to destroy you ended up proving you're indestructible. That's divine design. That's how the universe moves when you're operating in your purpose. Everything works for you, even the attacks, especially the attacks. Your enemies are done, not because you fought them, because fighting themselves by coming against you happened. Divine justice doesn't need your help. It operates automatically when you're sealed by the Most High. You don't have to do anything except keep being who you are. Keep rising, keep healing, keep activating, keep inheriting. The universe handles the rest. That sibling who organized everything is watching life collapse, knowing the cause of it. That ex who obsessed over you is losing mind, knowing it got done to self. Those family members who pooled money against you are getting sick, knowing exactly why. Those practitioners who took the job are walking away, knowing who you're connected to. Those elites who tracked you are being exposed, knowing time is up. And that hitman is in love, knowing something got encountered that will never be forgotten. This is your testimony. This is your proof. This is your evidence. You survived what was meant to end you. You're inheriting what was meant to be stolen from you. You're activating what was meant to stay dormant. You're rising to heights that were meant to be unreachable. And it's all happening right now. The wealth transfer is here. The spiritual activation is complete. The protection is permanent. The assignments are clear. The inheritance is yours. The mission is active. And absolutely nothing can stop what God has ordained for your life. You're not a victim. You never were. You were always a warrior. You were always powerful. You were always chosen. You just had to survive long enough to remember. And now you remember. Now you know. Now you're stepping into fullness. Welcome to your new reality. Welcome to your inheritance. Welcome to your purpose. The hitman fell in love. The spells backfired. The practitioners walked away. The family imploded. The elite are falling. And you're standing. You're rising. You're glowing. You're healing nations with your energy. You're transforming weapons into shields. You're turning darkness into light. You're proving that chosen ones don't just survive. You dominate. Your grandmother is proud. Your ancestors are celebrating. The angels are watching. God is pleased. And your enemies are scattered like roaches when light enters the room. You won. Not because you fought. Because you're you. Because you carry what you carry. Because you're coded how you're coded. Because you're chosen. Period. Now claim your crown. Step into your power. Touch your people. Heal your planet. Build your empire. Live your purpose. And watch everything promised manifest in your reality. You were chosen for this. You were built for this. You were protected through everything, because you're meant for everything, and it's all yours now. The hitman fell in love. Let that be the story you tell when people ask how you survived. Let that be the proof you offer when people doubt your protection. Let that be the testimony you share when people need hope, because that's what happens when healing energy meets destruction. Love wins, light wins, you win, every single time.